Welcome to tonight's episode of Le Morte d'Arthur. Tonight, war will come to Cornwall, and Arthur, King Arthur, King of the Britons, will muse about just what is going on between Lancelot and Queen Guinevere. Stirrings are afoot in Britain tonight, ladies and gents, and I can't wait! So welcome. Hello, Danny. Hello. How was your weekend? My weekend was good. Did I do anything this weekend? I had some nice food. Had a very sedentary weekend. I'm living a very sedentary life at the moment. Presumably when it starts becoming warmer outside, I might venture forth, but it's very chilly at the moment. Hello, Black Rabbit. How are you? Happy Monday. I hope that you're feeling very well. How was your weekend? Was it good? I hope it was good. I like people to have good weekends and all that jazz. Yes, you can see I'm in a bit of a happy mood, which is good. We should be in an upbeat mood. Is Bunny feeling better now, Rabbit? That's the important thing. Is Bunny feeling better now? I hope so. I'll be happy if Bunny is feeling better. I like. Good. Excellent. Eating well, I hope then. Hello, Karen. Come in. Pull up a chair. I hope he's feeling much better. Hello, Reagan. Good morning. Oh, good morning. It might be morning actually for you. Good Monday. That's the one I want to go for. Hello, Karen. How are you? We'll give it another minute. You can see my words are completely tongue-tied this Monday. I've been hard at work, is all I can say. And my mind is racing with ideas. Good Monday to you too. Good Lord, I'm going to have difficulty getting around any Middle English tonight, aren't I? Focus, Simon, focus. Hello, Queen. Hello, come in. I know! I'm usually so good, but tonight my hair is especially curly. And I've got notebooks that I'm trying to fill with ideas, and I'm waving pencils. I've got a lot of pencils tonight, by the way. Look at that. That's a hefty amount of pencils. Hello, Reagan. Good morning, Queen. It's good evening for me, but you know, we'll go with whatever time zone we feel like. So, before I ramble on much more, I need to focus my mind on tonight's tale. We are telling, of course, the tale of HB. Yes, they are HB pencils. Lots and lots of HB pencils with rubbers on the end. And as a child, I always had dreams of having a desk that was filled with pencils with rubbers on the end. My father, in his desk, he had lots of pencils, very much like this, with rubbers on the end. And I just thought, that's what you want out of life. If you can have a desk that's full of these things, you've made it. And do you know what? I went to Tesco's, and for £3, I made it. And there, I've arrived in life. Everything is downhill from here. Thursday, Reagan. Thursday for till bashing, which means I better sort out this website stuff that I'm doing for work. Otherwise, I'll never be able to write anything in time. But it will happen. Till bashing is Thursday. I will get there. But tonight we are telling the tale of King Mark and Tristram, the most faithful knight in all the realm. King Mark and Tristram, who are very close to bloody blows these days over the love of Queen Isolde. King Mark has hated Tristram for a long time now because Tristram is in love with his wife and his wife is in love with Tristram, which is no good thing for a king. He's been forced to make peace with Tristram and return with him into Cornwall, although he has no real intention of making peace with Tristram. Instead, he's just biding his time until he might strike at Tristram and have him executed. When we ended our last tale, ladies and gents, Tristram had been sending letters to the court of Arthur. King Mark had gone and intercepted them. And Arthur had recommended that King Mark should look after his wife. King Mark took offence at that, ladies and gents. King Mark didn't like being told how to rule his wife, and instead decided to reply that Arthur should keep his nose out of Cornwall, should keep his nose out of what he was about to do with Sir Tristram's life. And then Mark dropped hints that perhaps Arthur's own wife, Guinevere, was unfaithful with Lancelot. Ladies and gents, let's get into this week's tale as we tell just how Sir Lancelot and King Arthur and Queen Guinevere are entangled in their own love triangle. When King Arthur understood King Mark's letter, he mused of many things, and he thought upon his sister's words, Queen Morgane le Fay, who had said that something existed between Queen Guinevere and Sir Lancelot. And in his thought he studied a great while. Then he thought again of how his sister was his own enemy, and that she hated the Queen and Sir Lancelot, and he put all that out of his thought. Then King Arthur read the letter again, and the letter said that King Mark had taken Tristram for his mortal enemy, whereupon he put Arthur out of doubt that he would be revenged upon Sir Tristram. Then was King Arthur angry at King Mark, who had sworn to protect Tristram. And when Queen Guinevere read her letter and understood it, she was angry out of measure, for the letter spoke shamefully of her and Sir Lancelot. And so, in secret, she sent a letter to Sir Lancelot. And when he realised the intent of the letter, he was so angry that he laid down on his bed to sleep. Wherefore Sir Dinadan was aware, for it was his manner to be privy with all good knights. And as Sir Lancelot slept, Dinadan stole the letter out of his hand and read it word by word, and then he made great sorrow for anger. And Sir Lancelot woke and went to a window and read the letter again, which made him angry. "Sir," said Dinadan, "why are you angry? Discover your heart to me. Forsooth, you know well that I owe you goodwill. However, I am a poor knight, and a servitor unto you and to all good knights. For though I am not of worship myself, I love all those that are of worship." "You speak the truth," said Lancelot. "After all, you are a trusty knight, and for great trust I will show you my counsel." And when Dinadan understood all, he said, "This is my counsel, sir. Set you right naught by these threats, for King Mark is so villainous that by fair speech shall never a man get of him. But you shall see what I shall do. I will make a lay for him, and when it is made, I shall make a harper sing it before him." And so anon he went and made it, and taught it to a harper who was called Eliot. And when he could, that was then taught on to many harpers. And so by the will of Sir Lancelot and of Arthur, the harpers went straight into Wales and then Cornwall, to sing the lay that Dinadan had made before King Mark, which was the worst lay that ever harper sang with harp or with any instruments. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Halfway through tonight's tale, and if you really want to get revenge on someone who is spreading nasty rumours about you, what you should do is you should make a rubbish song. You should teach that rubbish song to every single harper in the kingdom, and you should get those harpers to go to the castle of the man who you hate so that they can sing a rubbish song in front of them. Have that! How's that for some medieval revenge? Now, we turn again to Sir Tristram and to King Mark. As Sir Tristram was at jousts and a tournament, so it was fortune that he was sorely hurt, both with spear and sword, and yet he always won his battles. And to recover himself he went to a good knight who dwelled in Cornwall, in a castle whose name was Sir Dinar le Seneschal. Then by misfortune there came out of session a great number of men of arms, and a hideous host. And they entered nigh the castle of Tintagel, and their captain's name was Elias, and he was a good man of arms. When King Mark understood his enemies were entered into his land, he made great dole and sorrow, for in no way by his will would King Mark send for Sir Tristram, whom he hated most passionately. And so, when his counsel was come, they devised and cast many pebbles of the strength of their enemies. And when they concluded all at once, and thus unto King Mark, Sir, you must send for Sir Tristram, the good knight, or else we will be overcome. I know, my head is moving. I've moved the iPad tonight because I need to charge it, so I'll try, Rabbit, and stay in the screen. I just like moving. For by Sir Tristram they must be fought against, or else we will row against the stream. Well, said King Mark, I will do by your counsel, and yet he was fully loath to do so. But need constrained him, and he sent for Tristram, and Tristram was sent for in all haste that might be that he should come to King Mark. And when he understood that King Mark had sent for him, then he mounted upon a soft ambler and rode to King Mark. And when he was come, the king said thus, Fair nephew, Sir Tristram, this is all. Here will come the enemies of session that are here nigh hand without tarrying, and they must be met with shortly, or else they will destroy this country. Sir, said Tristram, know you well that all my power is at your commandment, and know you well, sir, that these 8 days I may bear no arms, for my wounds have not yet healed, and by that day I shall do what I may. You say well, said King Mark. Then go again and recover yourself and make yourself fresh, and I shall go and meet the sessions with all my power. And so the king departed to Tintagel, and Sir Tristram went to recover himself, and the king made a great host, and departed them in 3. The first part led by Sir Dinas the Seneschal, and Sir Andred led the second part. And Sir Argus led the third part, and he was of the blood of King Mark. And the sessions had 3 great battles, and many good men of arms. And so King Mark, by the advice of his knights, issued out of the castle of Tintagel, and unto his enemies. And Dinas the good knight rode out before him, and slew 2 knights with his own 2 hands. And then began the battles. And there was a marvellous breaking of spears and smiting of swords, and he slew down many a good knight. And ever was Sir Dinas the Seneschal the best of King Mark's party. And thus the battle endured long, until they withdrew themselves to the castle of Tintagel with great slaughter of people. And the sessions followed on fast, that 10 of them were then put within the gates, and 4 were slain within the portcullis. And King Mark sent for Sir Tristram, and told him of all that had died. And then he sent his varlet and bade him to tell King Mark that he would come as soon as he could, for else Sir Tristram could do no good before he was recovered. Thus King Mark had his answer. And therewith came Elias, who bade the king to give up his castle, for he would not be able to hold it for long. So Elias, said the king, so will I yield this castle if I am not soon rescued. And anon King Mark sent again for rescue from Sir Tristram, and by then Tristram was recovered and whole, and he had gotten himself 10 good knights of Arthur's, and with them he rode to Tintagel. And when he saw the great hosts of sessions, he marvelled in great wonder. And then Sir Tristram rode by the woods and by the ditches as secretly as he might, until he came to the gates, and there dressed a knight to him when he saw that Sir Tristram would enter, and Sir Tristram smote that knight down dead. And then he served 3 more, and every each of these 10 knights slew a man at arms. And so Tristram entered into the castle of Tintagel. And when King Mark knew that Tristram was come, he was glad of his coming, and so was all the fellowship, and of the joy. And so there we have it, ladies and gents. Tristram has come to the aid of King Mark, getting entry into the castle of Tintagel. But the evil forces of Captain Elias have not been defeated yet, ladies and gents. Tomorrow we shall find out just what happens when Elias returns to Tintagel and demands that King Mark should give up that castle. Tristram is fully healed now, ladies and gents. One can only guess at what the outcome of the battle will be. Which is a nice way to start the day. Yes, it does need oil. Is it squeaking on microphone? Okay, it's squeaking. There. No, it's the chair. It's the chair. I should stop moving. I didn't realise the sound was being picked up. Well, tomorrow I shall be still, Mammoth. I shall be still and fix myself firmly in the gaze of, hiccup, the camera. Bless. Coming up though, still to come tonight, we have Poetry Live on its way, ladies and gents. And I'll be returning to do some I'm going to do some Ted Hughes tonight. Ted Hughes tonight coming up on Poetry Live, ladies and gents. Ted Hughes to share with you all, which I'm very excited about. Hello Frank, welcome back and good evening to you. Although we have just finished tonight's story. So what I will do, ladies and gents, now that we've finished tonight's story, because I need to go downstairs, grab a drink, grab some poetry, and then come back upstairs. So I will say a big thank you to all of those of you who came tonight. Thank you Danny and Black Rabbit, Karen and Queen Rosella, Julie and Frank. Scissors forever, Frank. And so is my fringe. And I'll grab some poetry and then see you guys very, very shortly.